time, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the car has just finished the charging cycle. As I get closer to it, it's going to recognize the fact I'm near it, and it's going to turn on everything. I already see the lights starting to turn on, the interior lights. But basically, wake up in the morning after a night of charging, and right here on my Lectron V-BOX, it says that the total charge time was 8 hours, 32 minutes, and it stopped at 8:32:05. It says that it put in a total of 74.87 kilowatt hours, and that was at the 40 amps, 230 volts, 38.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So that was the running temperature. And it says it's waiting because it doesn't know what's going to happen next. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to deactivate it. So once I turn that off, it shuts down. The car will realize that it shut down, and then it will let me take the plug out. So that's basically it. So the green light is about to go away. And once the green light goes away, I will pull this. So it's hitting red and blinks red. Okay, and then I just pull the plug out, and that's it. So plug just has to, it has a release switch in there to make sure that you're not able to interrupt the connection. It's another safety precaution. And that's it. Basically, that's all I have to do. And now I have 306 miles worth of range. There you have it. 306 miles of range, 100%. 306 miles. So, turn up the heat. I could have pre-warmed the car before I got in, but the car warms up pretty fast. The heat is set at about 80. I keep the fan about 1, but as soon as you get in, heated seats come on, heated steering wheel comes on. And these things are actually very, very efficient when they're running. So, you know, they're quite impressive when it comes to how quickly they heat and cool and everything like that. I haven't really used the ventilated seats much. I only tested them to make sure that they worked. But the heated stuff is very, very efficient. I also like the fact that it automatically will heat the passenger seats if you ask it to. And the thing about it is, it also knows that as there's nobody sitting in the chair, it knows to not heat that seat because it would be a waste of energy. So this thing's pretty smart. It's a pretty smart programmed car, you know? So all they got to do, GM really should have had its own charging network, just like Tesla. Maybe if GM, Ford, and Stellantis had done a charging network. But the bottom line is, we don't really care who runs the chargers. We just need more chargers. That's the bottom line. And they have to be reliable. And that's it. So I'm on, what is this? Woodhaven. And I came across this Jeep SRT. It's an older one. It's a 2012. But he had put like blue calipers on it, and he had it stance pretty well. Looks good. Ambush Auto Club. So he's part of an auto club. But why does it sound like it's farting though? I hope that's not really like a V6 or something. I'd be very, very upset if I found out that, because it shouldn't sound like that. I might have to ask him. Well, he's got TVs all over the inside. He's got rear seat TVs. He's got a front. Nah, something's wrong. Something is no. Listen, I've owned 5 Hemis, including the Hellcat, and ain't none of them sounded like that. That sounds like a V6. Something's wrong there. That thing goes. Nah, man, something's wrong. Something's up. I need to, excuse me, sir. I need you to pull over. I need you to show me your engine. Something's wrong there. Something's wrong. Something is wrong there. I don't know what it is. Now, listen, maybe he straight piped it or something, and something's missing or something. But that would make sense. But nah, Nah, son. Nah. What's that sound back there? What is that sound back there? No, wait. I gotta hear that again. Wait a minute. I don't know, man. I don't know. And those fender flares, those are not stock fender flares. So nah. I gotta turn on my window because his music is gonna give me a copyright infringement. Nah. It's something's up. I think that might be the V6 or the Hemi. Even that front. You know what? I'm looking at the front bumper. That front bumper doesn't have the white light LED strip. So yeah, I think that's probably a 6 with a whole lot of stuff put on it. Looks good though, because from a distance he had me fooled. I thought it was SRT. From a distance. But then I heard that looks good though. I give it to him. It looks really good. Looks really good though. But it's not SRT though. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I need you to pull over and show me your engine, sir. Okay, we are reaching Queens Boulevard. Now you're talking about a place you don't want to be when there's traffic. This is the place you do not want to be. Queens Boulevard, Rego Park. You do not want to be over here. This is where the Queens Center Mall is. This place is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. You could just look, you look at all these lanes. It's like, they designed this place so that you'd get tickets and so you get into car accidents. They literally designed it that way. They designed it to ensure that you would either get into a ticket or a car accident. Look at this place. Man, this Queens Center Mall, yeah, they've built this. This place used to be relatively small. They built the hell out of this place. They built it all the way back and everything. It's much bigger. Every single time I come over here, it's like bigger than it ever was before. It's very interesting, yeah. Hey, so as you can see right now, it's 12:37 a.m., and I am currently charging my car. You can see that it specifically says that it's currently charging. I pushed the update button because I was waiting to see exactly what percentage the charge is right now. I checked it a little while ago. It was at 85%. I'm not planning on going anywhere tonight. It's just that I was just using this in order to make this video. So you see it's 85%, and that gives you about 264 miles. Although I will say that because of the winter and keeping the heat up and using all of the equipment in the car, that 264 miles really becomes more like 220. You lose a lot of mileage very quickly when you run the heater at the temperatures I do. I usually keep it like 80, 85. So as you can see, it says 87%, 269 miles. It'll be completed by 2:30 a.m. The early charging of the car, like from 0 onwards to like 50%, supposedly is the fastest amount of charge. But as it passes 50%, supposedly the charge rate reduces. Now, I don't believe that that's completely true at the superchargers. I think that it only reduces by a small amount because typically the Tesla superchargers are able to DC fast charge within about 30 to 35 minutes. So by the time I go to bed and wake up in the morning, the car is fully charged. And that's just it. So that was all I needed to say about this part of the video. So the car is charging right now. It'll be ready for me in the morning. So I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I've been waiting to see what the electric bill was going to look like. And basically I'd be able to compare whether or not having an electric car for a month has saved me money compared to my Jeep SRT. Now, the first thing I should say is my Jeep SRT is a 6.4 liter Hemi. It's a gas guzzler. Not only that, I have a heavy foot. So when you take those two things into account, basically
my Jeep SRT cost me about $100 a week in gas. And actually, it really is more. And the reason why is because during the weekends, I tend to do more driving. During the weekdays, I tend to do a little bit less driving. But the problem is you spend a lot of time trapped in traffic. So the bottom line is my bill for this month, and keep in mind I got the car on January 2nd, my bill for this month came out to $290.82. Now, had I been driving my Jeep for this many weeks, I would have spent that much alone in fuel. But as you can see, my regular electric usage has gone up considerably for a number of reasons. Now, if you look back 1 year, you look back to January, it says that in the whole month, I used 7 kilowatts, and it said like the temperature was about 41 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Pretty much like now. In February, I used 9 kilowatt hours, and it says 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In March, I used 10 kilowatt hours, 42 degrees. Now, April, I was in Maldives. So as you can see, my usage went back down to 7 kilowatts. Like when it's winter, I tend not to spend a lot of time in the house. So as you move on, 7 kilowatts. As you move on, 8 kilowatts. As you move on, 12 kilowatts. And that 12 kilowatts is July. Now, obviously, this is because I started using my air conditioner. Now, in August, I was still using my air conditioner. So as you can see, is 11 kilowatts. Now, September, 10 kilowatts, 73 degrees. October, 8 kilowatts. November, 11 kilowatts, 52 degrees. So October 61, November is 52. Now, December, 17 kilowatts. So you may wonder, well, why was there such a tremendous jump in your usage for December? The reason why was because I tried kind of an experiment. I tried to use electric space heating instead of burning oil. And while I do have a full oil tank, I tried to use an electric space heater instead because the oil was, it's more expensive. I figured oil is more expensive than electricity, so let me try and see what will happen. My bill for December at 17 kilowatt hours used, my bill for December was $110. That was my last bill. It was $110.32. So now we get to January. I've had the car not even a full month, but for the most part, as you can see, I'm being charged for 39 kilowatt hours. 39 kilowatt hours. Now, they also said that when I look at my bill, it says the days in the billing period is 34. Average temperature was 38 Fahrenheit. Total usage is 1,340 kilowatt hours. Daily usage, 39 kilowatt hours. So what ultimately happened is, obviously, charging my electric car, that's what it is. It's come out to $290.82. So what I can also see is some of the other statistics. They said that I had over a 400% increase in electrical usage. So it was actually, like, I was looking at the picture. In fact, let me just pull it up real quick. Okay. Yes. They said there was a 457.1% increase since this time last year. So they said my daily average was $8.55. They said the total came out to $290.82. And that's basically it. So this is what I've been waiting for. Now, to tell you the truth, I was worried that it would be something like $300, $400, $500. I was worried it was actually going to be a lot more. But no, it turned out that it wasn't. This is what it came out to be. So I was actually, kind of excited. And I was like, you know what? This is definitely less expensive than fueling a gas guzzler. It's definitely less expensive. Now, what I will say is that, again, with the purchase of my vehicle, I got 2 years of free fast charging with EVgo. I think EVgo was a stupid decision for Cadillac to go with. I think they should have chosen Electrify America. In time, everybody else is going to move to the Tesla superchargers. So that's a good thing because they have a way better system. But then I have to wonder how much is Tesla going to charge everybody to actually, use their charging network. So, yeah, this is what it is. I could check to find out what they're charging per kilowatt hour. But the number that I had seen, especially considering that this is winter, I think it was like 9 cents or something after. Because, see, they charge you a basic service charge. So no matter what, your electric bill is going to be somewhere around $30 to $50, depending upon what you do with it. So the lowest, as you can see, the lowest that I had, I think was 7. I believe it was 7. So yeah, they're going to charge you 7 kilowatt hours no matter what. I do have a few energy vampires because I have television equipment and I have speakers and stuff like that. So there are probably a couple of energy vampires in here that I could maybe try to shut down to save a little bit more energy. But the thing about it is I regularly use my dryer. I regularly use my washing machine on the weekend. My dryer and my washing machine. I have an electric stove, which I know uses a lot of energy because it's an electric stove. So even though it is more efficient with the energy than a gas stove, it's just that, even at my lowest energy consumption, I only use about 7 kilowatts. But meanwhile, this month, I'm up to 39. So I think that from now on, maybe at the end of every month, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a short video update, let's say about a year, and see what my energy usage looks like, charging that car basically. Because this is actually this is not bad at all, because you got to understand, before I got this car, my energy usage was 17. And with the car, my energy usage is 39. So if I'm using that heat in the house, like I'm using all my stove, my washing machine, my dryer, and stuff like that, then this really isn't that bad, because if you figure the 290.82, so what is that? 290.82 minus 110.32 from December. So that's only a difference of $180.5. So the bottom line is, yeah, driving this car is actually cheaper than driving my Jeep SRT. Now, the problem is the Jeep SRT is a gas guzzler. So it's not typical of like somebody say, oh, yeah, well, I'm just driving a regular V6 Jeep, or I'm just driving a regular V6 Ford Explorer or something. But the thing about it is, I've been having a blast with the car. I've driven it over 1,000 miles. I'm up to about 1,200 miles. I can't remember ever driving this much in just 1 month, because that's the reason why it took so long for my Jeep to accumulate 90,000 miles. You got to remember, I bought that truck February 2016, and it just hit 90,000 miles just, right before I got the Cadillac. So it's actually pretty interesting. So I don't know if I could do better next month. Maybe I could try to, do a little bit better, charge more efficiently or something. There's also the possibility of using EVgo, but the problem is EVgo has a really shitty network. I've already made a couple of videos to show that, and I've basically showed you it's a nightmare trying to charge with them. One thing I did realize, my office building has ChargePoint. Now, I don't know what ChargePoint charges to use their chargers per kilowatt hour, but I will find out. Something tells me it's probably cheaper for me to actually charge at home. However, if EVgo allows me to use my account with ChargePoint, since they are partners, I should be able to actually charge with ChargePoint while using my EVgo card that's in the mail right now, because I ordered the card, it's going to be sent to me. And that would be really good because I'd be able to charge the car while at work. But I'm not sure how that's going to go yet, so, I'll have to see. But that's it. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I was really, really excited to see this.
To be continued.